To those of you who bring the Blessed Sacrament into the seniors' homes living in our parish, you are the salt of the earth. These long-term living facilities can feel like they lack the zest of life, but through your ministry, you add zest to the lives of the residents. To the young women living next door in the Glebe House, known as St. Mary Magdalene House, and to the men living down in St. Titus House in Herring Cove, you are the light of the world. You help us see the deep yearning that continues to inspire the church. To the music ministries in this parish, you refuse to put your talents under a bushel, but share it with joy for all of us to see. You are the light of the world. To those who support the liturgies in our parish, baptismal ministries, the extraordinary Eucharistic ministers, hospitality teams, lectors, servers, live stream, you are the light of the world. Your selfless service is a testament to your faith and to your commitment to our community as we worship. To those of you who faithfully bring your mother or your father to Mass, in spite of their condition of Alzheimer's, you are the salt of the earth. You inspire me and cause me to question the linear nature of time when I see you there with your mom who's well down a path of Alzheimer's. To parents who, against all odds in today's secular world, are committed to your children's spiritual formation, you are the light of the world. To the world, Sunday mornings are nothing more than a time for organized sports, and you balance many, many priorities. You are the light of the world. Continue to plant those seeds. To the 12 Baskets team and those of you who support our shelters out back, those of you who organize yourselves over email over the past couple days to be present to the streets in our city for those who are hungry and freezing, you are salt to a world in need of more salt. To Peter, who lives in the shelter out back, Peter, you are the light of the world. You inspire us to re-examine our own attachments. You are our teacher. To Barbara and Ed Dunsworth and to all with Pathway to Progress Nicaragua who continue to provide education to children in Nicaragua in spite of their current political regime of oppression that is especially targeting the Catholic Church, you are the light of the world. Give our love to Anna, the child we sponsor in Nicaragua, and we do hope to meet her someday. To the Immigrant Support Committee, you are the light of the world. You are an instrument, you are instrumental in our parish becoming a beacon of faith, hope, and love that we claim to be. And to Chris and to all of those who support the RCIA program, God's hand is upon you and guiding you. You are the light of the world. To the Sisters of the Eucharistic Heart of Jesus, you are a light to the world. Continue your humble service. To all of you who are here present, you must be touched by the light of the gospel, or you wouldn't be here at all. You know you are called in this world to be light, and I pray that the grace and peace of Christ guide you every step of the way this week and always. Continue in your humble, patient witness to the gospel in the midst of a world that sometimes seems to be lacking in light and salt. To the leaders of our youth and children's ministry, you are salt and light to these beautiful children of God who need to know that they too are called to be salt and light. To the funeral team here, you are light to families in the midst of grief, the darkness of grief. And in the next couple of weeks, now here comes my ask for you. In the next couple of weeks, as I do just about every couple of weeks, this is how a conversation goes. We have, in fact, anyway, I'll spare all the stories here. In the next couple of weeks, I'm going to get a phone call, and this is sort of how it's going to go. We're wondering if we could have a funeral for our mother here in this church. She was heavily involved in the CWL. She was a lector at St. John the Baptist, or at St. Michael's, or at St. Paul's, or St. Peter's in Ketch Harbor. And she was heavily involved in the life of the parish, and we're wondering if we could have her funeral here. And of course we can, and we're delighted to do that. How did she fall off of our radar? How did this woman who was so committed, or man, who was so committed to the church, because of age and infirmity, obviously stopped coming to Mass, and then just fell off the radar, and we don't know anything until we get a call again saying, can you have a funeral? Of course we can have a funeral, and we're delighted to have a funeral. But as in being a beacon of faith, hope, and love, in being salt and light to the world, how about this? Why not by Easter, why can't we muster up a few people here? Just imagine this. At the end of every Sunday Mass, we have teams of 2 that come up with pyxes, and they leave at the end of Mass and go bring communion to people who are in homes or who can't get out. Think about that. If that resonates with you, I know you will be fed even more than the people who you feed with the Blessed Sacrament. I know it will inspire your soul. So think about that. If you're interested in that kind of ministry, it won't take too much time. A Sunday morning, come to Mass, go to a pre-assigned house with the Blessed Sacrament, have a little visit, and think about that. If that lands on your heart, please send me an email, call me. Contact information is on the website or in the bulletin, and I'll get things organized. I know the Holy Spirit is moving in this community, and I just wanted to highlight a few ministries here. There are many, many more. And for you who sit at home humbly praying every day, you have your prayer time, you probably have your prayer chair and your devotion. You are salt to a world in need of salt. Keep praying for our parish. Keep praying for the world. Keep praying for your families. I know the Holy Spirit is moving this community, and let us not take it for granted, but to continually and humbly get on with the work of the gospel, being salt to a world in need of salt, light to a world in need of light. From the second reading today, these words stood out to me when I was praying with this homily, and I just want to share them with you because they overwhelmed me with a sense of calling. Paul wrote, "I came to you in weakness, in fear, and trembling. May your faith not rest on human wisdom, but on the power of God." So how about this week? This is from the gospel reading today is from Matthew chapter 5. How about at 5 o'clock every day this week, just pause for a brief moment and pray for our parish? Can we do that? 5 o'clock, just pause for a brief moment and pray for our parish. And as we prepare for Lent, which is only a couple weeks away, this discipline will carry us through this beautiful season. God bless you all.